Hey, so you like impromptu streams of directs that may or may not be happening right now? I sure do. Shut up, Vinny. Um, oh hi, I just got out of work. To whoever will be watching this in the future, because Lord knows nobody's gonna be watching this now. So,
Welcome to the Pokemon Direct. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon
Oh,
Company.
hi, Brett. Mine then. I guess Brett user here.
Today, I would like to share some very special information with all of you.
So hopefully this is actually
Pokemon trainers all around the globe have already enjoyed many adventures in the various regions of the Pokemon world. Along the way, trainers have encountered many different Pokemon, battled against countless other Pokemon trainers, and experienced stories all their own. And this year, a new Pokemon journey will begin for all of you.
What's Gen 8? I think this is going to be for
We've
Gen
prepared a special video to welcome you to the setting of your next
8. It seems to
adventure.
be. Generation
Please take a look.
8. Alright, what do we get? What are we getting? Whoa! My god, this looks beautiful. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely... Ooh, it's chugging a bit. Hopefully they can optimize that. But this looks like another city. It's like a cityscape with some like stuff. Chino. Okay, so we're getting all kinds of Pokemon. Looks like a combination too. Is that a stadium? This looks pretty. Soccer, huh? Soccer? Meow. Wait, is that Meow? No, it's a new Pokemon. It's a rabbit. Neat. Oh, it's a fire type. Okay, so that's the fire type starter. Here's the water type starter. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's kind of cute. Okay, that's really cute. They're really cute. It's kind of a squirrel, too. Oh, hey, is it Yuka? No, it's a monkey. We have a grass monkey now. Well, starter grass monkey. This almost looks like New York, I want to say. This area. Oh, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Okay. Sword and Shield. Are we actually doing that?
Today, we are pleased to announce all new entries in the main series of Pokemon RPGs for Nintendo Switch, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
I like the fire starter.
And for an introduction to the adventure that awaits you in these games, I'd like to ask this next guest to tell you more.
Ooh. Whoa, hi.
I'm
Nice green
Junichi
screen.
Masuda from Game Freak, and I have been working as the producer for these titles. Right now, we at Game Freak are hard at work on the development of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. For the veteran Pokemon trainers who have experienced so
the
many
sun and
adventures
the
with us up
moon.
until now, for the new trainers who held a Pokeball for the first time in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu game, or the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game, and for all those out there looking to become Pokemon trainers for the first time.
So this is going to be a bit of a...
These games will be
game?
new entries in the Pokemon series. Role-playing games that will get any player fired up and excited.
It looks puty. It looks
Since these are
pretty
new
/
entries,
beautiful.
naturally, you'll find that they take place in a new region, with never-before-seen Pokemon living there and new adventures you've yet to experience. So let's turn to the director of these games, our own Mr. Omori, to hear more.
I'm Shigeru Omori from
Also,
Game
fun
Freak.
fact.
I'm working as the director for Pokemon
YouTube's
Sword and
me it does
Pokemon
really
Shield.
nice. YouTube's telling
setting
me
of
that
these
there's
games is
copyrighted
known as the
audio and
Galar
video in my
region.
stream, so it might be blocked.
Galar is an expansive region with many environments,
Galar.
containing idyllic countryside and contemporary cities, vast plains, and craggy snow-covered mountains. The people and Pokemon live here, and they've worked together to develop the industries in the region.
I hope this game footage isn't final.
Here in this region, you'll visit gyms with the newly discovered Pokemon you choose to be your first partner, aiming for the enviable and admirable title of champion. So let's get to know the Pokemon that could be your next partner.
I want the rabbit.
The chimp Pokemon, Grookey. This mischievous Pokemon is full of boundless curiosity.
Grookey.
The rabbit Pokemon, Scorbunny, which is always running about, bursting with energy.
That doesn't seem like a very original
And
name.
the water lizard Pokemon, Sobble. It's a bit timid,
Sobble
shooting out
is probably
attacks
my
as it
second
hides
choice.
itself in the water. You'll choose one of these distinct Pokemon to be your trusty partner and set out across the Galar region on a new
I've been
adventure.
liking the fire Pokemon starters as of late.
Along the way, there will
Once
be
they
many
stop
more never-before-seen
using
Pokemon
firefighting
waiting
all
to
the
meet
time.
you and be discovered. As we work on the development of these games, our goal has been to create the greatest
It could be.
Pokemon experience
I mean,
yet.
that Big Ben in the
We're
background
challenging
seems
ourselves to
kind of-
try new things, while still treasuring what makes Pokemon special. So we hope you'll all be looking forward to the adventures awaiting you
It
in the
seems to,
Galar
like,
region.
make that obvious.
So, what did you think? Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be released
Yeah, it's
simultaneously
November,
worldwide
probably. The
in
16th
late 2019.
They always do it in November.
And that's not all you'll have to look forward to in 2019. We've got plenty in the works for the Pokemon brand that we hope will delight you.
Like,
Thank you all for tuning in today.
okay. Yeah, I had a feeling it was just going to be the reveal of the next Pokemon game. Sword and Shield, eh? Yeah, it does look like it's based in England, though. God, this chat. What the heck is the line? Line here. Not actually go. So that's obnoxious. Oh, hi, Autumn. Yeah, wonder if they posted it to the official Pokemon channel yet. The gameplay didn't look complete, which I guess they said it wasn't complete yet. Still, like, it does actually kind of look like England, which is interesting. What? Oh, right.
Pokemon trainers all around the globe have already enjoyed
It
many
did look
adventures
good.
in various regions of the Pokemon
It looked
world.
pretty, like from the
Setting-
from moment one. It looked really pretty. I just hope you can customize your character like you can in X and Y and Sun and Moon. I want to be a black kid again. Yeah, I think the Big Ben is really just like tipping me off to that. Although the landscapes do look like Nino Kuni for some reason. Of England. Interesting. Yeah, Jim's never left, Autumn. Well, I mean, I guess they left in Sun and Moon, but that was like, I don't know if Hawaii would have a really good place for gyms. I had a feeling they'd be back. Who's your favorite starter, Autumn? I think I like Scorbunny the best so far. Although, Scoble. Or Sobble. Sobble looks cute too. Also, I have a feeling people are gonna take that image of the water starter, like putting out the fire. They're gonna take that as just kiss. Oh, hi, random. Really? Why do you want that Mega Manetric? It's not happening. Of course, they could add more Mega Evolutions in this gen, because I don't think the Z Crystals are going to be back. That seems like a gen exclusive thing. It's interesting. I wonder what they're going to evolve into. I have a feeling that Score Bunny's going to turn into like a fire version of what's that rabbit from Gen 5? I don't remember it. I think it was Gen 5. Like that, because that rabbit evolved too. No, Lopunny's Gen 4. It's the one in Gen 5. So you like Sobble. It's nice. The shape of the region similar to England. Yeah, I had a feeling when I thought it was New York and I saw the layout of the actual land, it didn't look too much like New York. Plus, I'm pretty sure they kind of already did that in Gen 4. Now that I think about it, speaking of which, Gen 4 remake, please, next year. I really want one. Oh my god. The logos are tight though. I might get Shield. No, well, I might get Shield, but Sword's looking pretty good. Just design-wise. I might get Shield though. Depends on what Pokemon are in the genre, or in the not in the in the game, and it also depends what the legendaries are, because we still don't know what they are. Of course, they could be. You think that what's it called? You think that Aegislash is gonna be like very very well known in that game? Sword and Shield. You're in class and watching. Diggersby, that's the one. Yeah, what would the legendaries be? I have no idea. I would assume that they're going to be based off of a Sword and Shield, even though we already have a Pokemon based off of a Sword and Shield. And off of both. Yeah, it's just like the region legendary. That would be hilarious. Shield's red, but I mean, I do like the color of the sword. I'm gonna need to look. I need to know more about this in order to make a decision, but I don't really hate any of these three. They're kind of all like, I feel like they're a little bit, they aren't similar, but like in terms of my enjoyment for them, I also love how his ears pierce the bar. They're so big that they just pierce the area. Also, this is the third rabbit that we've had, right? I don't think there was a rabbit in Gens 1 or 2 or 3 that I can remember. I don't want him to be firefighting. See, I'm gonna wait till they show more of the evolutions, because I really would rather him not be firefighting. Because if that's the case, then I guess I'll go water again. But I honestly think it might turn to be fire flying or fire. Like, I think the monkey's gonna be like grass fighting. It's gonna be grass fighting or maybe grass bug. Well, I don't think it's gonna turn to grass bug. Sobble might turn to a water bug. Although he's a lizard, so. Huh. Or maybe it might be like fire steel. Maybe it might like do an Empoleon thing and get like a bunch of armor around him. Fire flying, I only say that because, you know, bounce. And bounce is technically a flying move. but we don't know anything about what they'll turn into. We just know what their base form is. Grookey might either be grass ground or grass. Yeah, no, I think it might be grass ground. What if what? What if Scorbunny turned into a fire fairy type? Just out of left field, just becomes a fairy. Although based on the way that this thing is on his face, that might actually be fighting type. I would rather him not be firefighting. Yes, random. Lizards aren't bugs. What are you talking about? The monkey to be pure grass or grass rock? It could be grass rock. I have no idea. It makes me. I mean, it might end up being pure grass, but I always like to think in double types because it makes things a lot more interesting that way. I think it might be grass ground though, because then it could be another Grottle situation or Torterra. Fire Fairy would be a great typing because that would negate its weakness to fire. Also, I don't think we don't have a lot of fairy types, so more would be nice. I mean, Primarina was water fairy, and that started in Gen 7 after fairy was introduced in X and Y. So like, they could do something more with it. Also, keep in mind, I don't know if they did this ever, but outside of Gen 1, but they could start with a dual type. They've never the only time they've ever started with a dual type was when Bulbasaur was grass poison, and they haven't retreaded that like beginning Pokemon has dual types again. So maybe they might do another one of those here. Who knows? Stats. Yeah, no, that seemed like a Let's Go only thing, which I can see makes sense. Probably because, or maybe they didn't even implement it yet. They just wanted to have the models running around in the city of kind of England. Well, I guess by that point. Yep, here it is. I thought it'd be on the official Pokemon, the official Pokemon YouTube channel. I thought it would be streaming from there, but I guess the main network is fine. Also, soccer, or sorry, football. You getting football? Is that going to be one of the what's it called? Is that going to be one of the arenas that are separate from gyms, or are those actually going to be the gyms where you're just playing soccer? Yeah, no, this game looks pretty. I hope they optimize the frame rate a bit more. But man, it looks pretty. And it looks like it's going to be every Pokemon, or select Pokemon from every genre, or every other game, which is always nice to have. So now that I think about it, wasn't the one that was based in New York actually black and white? The one I didn't play? Like, it just hit me. Sure, Gen 4 was based in... I don't remember. That's the male... That's the male version of the eye cat. The cat with the huge eyes from Gen 6. I forget its name. I already forget its name, but it's the one with the creepy eyes. That's the evolved form, the male version of the evolved form. I remember. Yeah, Meowstic, that's the one. What was black? Your favorite genre of Pokemon? What do you mean, like my favorite type? I don't know. It's fighting. I don't think he might. But with the way the monkeys have been treated so far, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up being a fighting type. Can't wait to break someone's ankles in my Pokemon games now. Did I say genre instead of region? I don't. Dude, I just got out of work like half an hour ago. So I'm still very tired. But man, if I say stupid stuff, well, I mean more than usual, then that's the reason. I wanted to see the ice place more. Like, man, that ice area looks pretty. Let's see if they wanted to get there. Yeah. It'd be great if they did do it. If they did do a scenario where you had Pokemon following you, but it seems to they only reserve that for remakes. It seems they did that. I want to say they did that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and they did it in Let's Go. So I can only assume they're just keeping it for the remakes, which if this case, Jordan Jump Force. But this is and you could take this in the go. This seems to be a single player game, not co-op, which is fine.
The setting of these games is known as the Galar region.
Yeah, that does look a little bit Englandy. Galar.
Galar is an expansive region with many environments, containing
Yellow doesn't count.
idyllic countryside and contemporary cities.
Just make the not
vast
remakes a little
plains,
better.
and craggy snow-covered mountains.
It might be too.
The people and Pokemon live here, and they've worked together to develop the industries in the region. Here in this region, you'll visit gyms with the newly discovered Pokemon you choose to be your first partner, aiming for the enviable and admirable title of champion.
So there's Munchlax there. I wonder if it's separate. Yeah. No, it's interesting. We don't have a lot to go off of. There's still a lot in the air, but you know, because this is the this is the new Pokemon company, meaning ever since X and Y, we're probably just gonna get the entire game being shown to us over the next 8 months, 9 months. We're probably gonna get the rest of the game shown to us because they love giving us that in-depth information of everything in Pokemon now. The castle in Pokemon, top of the region. Maybe. Either that or it's going to be like a Battle Frontier-esque thing where that's like a giant set of challenges. But I mean, I would assume that if it's like near the top of the region and it seems like very
Setting of these games,
then it would probably, yeah, I guess it could be around here.
vast plains, and craggy snow-covered.
So I can already see that based off of this, I feel like the main city, because there's always like kind of a main city in the Pokemon games nowadays that you constantly go back to. That seems to be like the most bustling part where a lot of stuff is happening. At least I know in X and Y it was Lumiose, and in Moon was in, I think it was like Akala or Ula Ula. But I feel like this is gonna be like the main center of like everything that you'll do. Like obviously you'll go around the all around the region, but I feel like you'll be coming back here a lot. Maybe this is where the Pokemon professors like headquarters will be. Which, speaking of, we have not seen the professor, so we don't know. Maybe is there gonna be a monarch system like is there gonna be like the professor, but is there also gonna be like a queen of Galar? And oh, that'd be interesting if they had like a royal set. Also, what's the enemy team gonna be like? Like, what's the who's the enemy gonna be? The enemy. Who's the enemy gonna be like? The champion is the Queen of England. I think I just slashes a twin brotherly slash. You can leave now, random. You too, Brett. What if the real professor was the friend who we made along the way? I don't know. Maybe the professor will be a plot twist character. Like, they'll just show him in the beginning and then it'll just be like, hey, I was the professor the whole time and I gave you the Pokedex, so you can see all the... Also, oof. Are they going to do a National Dex thing in this game, too? Where they're going to have, like, all the other... Also, shoot, we're, like, almost over 1,000 Pokemon. Because, was it? I don't remember if it was in Sun and Moon or X and Y, but in one of those games we had reached around like 730-ish Pokemon. So are we getting close to 900/1,000 Pokemon? I think we might be hitting 1,000. Which in that case, there's a lot, there's a lot of Pokemon. Especially if they add a substantial amount of new ones. I mean, X and Y had a few new ones. Sun and Moon had a lot of new ones. They're over 800 now. So there might be 1,000 by this generation if they add a substantial amount of Pokemon. New ones. Because it seems they're gonna have, like, they're gonna cherry pick some ones from the previous games. Just to find in the wild. But they're gonna add some new ones, I hope. Well, they probably will. They always do. See, we don't think I had seen a monarchy in Pokemon. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they would do a monarchy or something in that vein. Team Yankees. Good. We're at 802. Yeah, no, we might be near 1,000. Well, it depends. It depends, because not only that, but they could put like a deluxe edition out next year. Or, you know, Sword Shield, and then what would the third game, what would a third like tied together game be like? Sword Shield and Parry. They had 200. I mean, didn't X and Y had 200? I remember one of them had like, I don't know. I could I could just be making shit up. Sword, shield, and armor. This is just turning into a high fantasy adventure. Which, I mean, I guess Pokemon is already pretty fantasy enough. What did this guy say? Because I talked over him most of the thing.
I'm Junichi Masuda from Game Freak, and I have been working as the producer for these titles.
60. Right, I said that had like the least, like,
right now, we at Game Freak are hard at work on the development of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. For the veteran Pokemon trainers who have experienced so many adventures with us up until now. For the new trainers who held a Pokeball for the first time.
Oh yeah, no, he's saying that this is basically kind of an entry-level game. Which, Sun and Moon is also pretty entry-level. X and Y mostly. I could say, I haven't played X and Y in a long time. I want to get back to that, actually, because I really did love it. I bought the game twice, and I've sunk in a lot of time into it. And one of them I think was tied to my broken Mario Luigi Dream Team 3DS, and one was a cart that I don't know where it is anymore. So I've sunk a lot of time into it. Man, I'd love to play it a third time. That's why I said Gen 5 that added one. Gen 5 and 1 that had the most with like. Okay. We're trying to shut this goes. It's the hardcore base. I don't agree with that. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. See, what I thought is that like Let's Go would be like the casual Pokemon game. Or like it's like casual mostly. Like not too many like competitive mechanics in the game. It's just a casual it's a casual Pokemon Go game on the Switch. But with elements of a mainline game that, you know, people could find some enjoyment in. That's what I thought it was. After seeing a little bit of it, it made me more want to get it, but I don't think I'm gonna get it until I get it at a reduced price because I'm not paying $60 for that. Not anytime soon anyway. And this one I might get though. Hell, I might stream it, depending on like how good it looks. I might end up streaming it. Because I mean, it's Pokemon. What's there to hate? Also, if there's a decent enough story, that's the real thing. If there's a decent enough story, then I wouldn't mind streaming it. Also, well, but here's the thing also, because on the Switch you can make multiple profiles, so essentially you can have multiple save slots, which is also neat.
In the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu game, or the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game, and for all those out there looking to become Pokemon trainers for the first time. These games will be new entries in the Pokemon series, role-playing games that will get any player.
Hi, Silvershade. Pokemon Get Your Sword version. That was my Danny DeVito impression. I hope you hated it.
Fired up and excited. Since these are new entries, naturally, you'll find that they take place in a new region, with never-before-seen Pokemon living there, and new adventures you've yet to experience. So let's turn to the director of these games.
Okay, bye. Bye, Shade. Well, I mean, it's the start of the Switch. It's the start of the Switch. It's the start of Pokemon actually, a mainline Pokemon game actually being on a home console. So they have a lot more to work with. More than they did with the handhelds. Well, I guess this is also technically a handheld, but you know what I mean. It's kind of a big thing. Like, a lot of people, I think, miss the part that the mainline Pokemon games have always been on handhelds. From the Game Boy, to the Game Boy Advance, to the DS, to the DS Lite, to the DSi, to the 3DS. Always been on a handheld of mainline games. And whenever it was on a console game, at least early on, it was mostly just battle simulators. Where you just you either use a team that's handpicked from you at the start from the game itself, or you use your in-game Pokemon to fight other people in-game Pokemon, but they have models and you can fight them on a big screen. Those are really the only things that the console games did, and spin-offs. Well, I mean, spin-offs were always a thing, but there was never a mainline Pokemon game on a console as far as I know. Like the main series. you could argue that the Coliseum games are mainline ones, but in terms of like actual core games that have generation defining Pokemon, then it's only been on handheld. So this is a pretty big thing. Yeah, but yeah, I was Battle Revolution was the only one I played. That's why I mentioned that in more detail, because I never played Stadium. I never played any of the Stadium games. Also, it's I'd be interested to see more into how. It doesn't seem like they're gonna add a new type this time, which I guess is fine. But it seems like they might have. They might have. I just want to see more Pokemon with unique types. I always love seeing Pokemon with unique types. Also, it'd be interesting to see the theming of the Pokemon in this world, because I mean, if it's based off of England, what kind of creatures will there be? I mean, I'm sure they'll be based off of ones, and I'd be interested to see the designs. Because I know that X and Y was in France, so there was a lot of Pokemon themed around that location. Obviously, the Hawaiian area of Alola did a lot to help with a tropical theming of Pokemon, with like what 3 ice types total, if you include the Alolan forms. Maybe 5, I don't know. Speaking of Alolan forms, you think that they might actually I mean, I don't think they'll appear as new Pokemon in this region, but maybe some Alolan Pokemon might be in naturally that have already existed. Because I know that they have, depending on the region that they evolve in, or the region that they're born in, and they evolve differently based on that. So also, if you traded, because they're probably going to have trading between the 3DS and this game, if you could trade a Pokemon, I should probably it's on while I'm talking dank black space. If you could trade a Pokemon from Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield, like say you transferred a Pikachu over and you leveled it up in Sword and Shield, would that become an Alolan Raichu or a normal one? I would assume Alolan, because it was born and raised in Alola. Or well, born in Alola, raised in a different region, but since it's still an Alolan Pikachu, wouldn't it turn into Alolan Raichu as well? Supports the controller. Maybe. It seems like they're looking more towards you using the Joy-Cons, but and they'll probably have support for the Pokeball attachment, if I were to take a guess. But they might enable the Pro Controller to be used, because I don't see Pokemon not having that. I mean, again, the other Pokemon console spin-offs usually had like easy controller use, even the ones on the Wii. Like I'm pretty sure Rumble, well, actually no, Rumble is just that bad example, but you know what I mean. Brown Fairy, yeah, that'd be cool. That would be a neat type. Gather forms. Nah, I don't. I think the forms were specific to Alola. I think. I don't think they're gonna do that again. That seems to be like a region-specific thing. Question, yeah. So, same with well, I mean, that's really for the ones that evolve into an Alolan type. An Alolan type. An Alolan version of a Pokemon, because like the ones that already are Alolan versions, like Rattata and Vulpix, Sandshrew, the ones that are already Alolan forms, would they also just be normally an Alolan to begin with? I don't know. This is just loose speculation off of what we already don't know about Sword and Shield. What are they about? Right over here. Sword and Shield.
PGs.
That's an interesting. If a woman rides you and a cancer rides you and a baby, either between the two regions, what would the baby grow into? A hellspawn of mankind. It won't the thing over you. Yeah, that. It'll have a miscarriage. Okay. All question. I'm not answering that. Yes, I mean, obviously I want to know more about this, but just based on what we have, I'm pretty excited. Just the opening shot. Just the opening shot of this world looks beautiful. Like, you just look at this, these people are in, I want to play as the girl. But I probably won't because I'll probably play as a dude. But, like, see this, like, the snow level. Like, I feel like that's gonna have really pretty music, because I know most of the snow levels in Pokemon have had really good music. Like, even, I want to say especially in Sinnoh. I think it was like Route 209 or 216. Whichever you're in, like, Snow Point City. Or, like, in the outskirts. Like, in the wild. Like, that music is unbelievably beautiful, and I still listen to it to this day. But yeah, no, the suburb, the little suburban area, I love. This looks like Ni no Kuni to me, though, and I played a little bit of Ni no Kuni, and it reminds me a lot of that, at least in terms of, like, aesthetics. Just like the main area, or just most other Ghibli films, I guess. What new type? I forget what that was. Yeah, Fire Emblem Free Houses doesn't come out soon. Unless you count soon as 4 months from now. 5 months from now. Actually, yeah, 5 months from yesterday is when Three Houses will come out. Okay, hang on. I want to see this more. Welcome to the Game Explained version of Direct, where we overanalyze every single bit of details that come out. Okay, so, oh my god, she's got a super tiny shirt. Yeah, no, I think they've definitely figured out what style they want to go with for the Pokemon series moving on. And when I saw Let's Go and even a bit of X and Y, it seemed like they were kind of finalizing what kind of style they want the trainers to look like nowadays. They don't want them to look like chibi characters anymore, because they have the ability to make them look more like people. And, you know, to scale with the Pokemon. Which is nice. Wait, what was he catching? So she was using a Minchino against a Pikachu, which is not the greatest, but whatever. What was that fish? Chris explain, yes. What's that? I think that was Remoraid. I couldn't tell. Yeah, no, it was Remoraid. Okay. It's fighting a trainer. She looks like a preppy. She actually looks like a girl at uni. But she looks like the jacket actually tips me off that she might be a high school / college student. And then there's a youngster. Hey, he's black. Ah. M is the mute button. Fun fact. Unmute button. Yeah, he also seems like a student. What's the outfits? Yeah, there's Charjabug right there. Or not Charjabug, the pre-evolved form. Then there's I recognize that thing. Isn't that like the second evolution, which is the one that turns into Hydreigon? I could be wrong about that. There's Flygon and Miro? can't tell. Is that Fearow? Wishy-washy? Oh, that's what that was. That was Wishy-washy, not Remoraid. That looks like Fearow. Obviously, that's Wailord and Meowstic. And then, see, he's in. He looks like it looks like he's in a stadium of sorts. Lucario. Also, nice Game Freak logo. I never would have picked that up had I not paused here. Swilus? Yeah, I don't know. Customization will still be in the game theme when we start. Yeah, I have a feeling that there's going to be customization. They kept the trend up, and I want them to keep the trend up. I want to be able to wear my hats. But yeah, no, there's the Game Freak logo. Fun. But like, is this what the gym battles are gonna be? Are they gonna be in like actual stadiums? Football stadiums? This place looks pretty. This place already looks pretty. Do I have the... Put it at the highest graphic. So that looks like either a legendary or that might be like lore to a legendary, or maybe some kind of special Pokemon. But I want to say that leads to a legendary. What if there won't only be one? There was always two, because there's two different versions. Library, and then getting ready for soccer. But you can name yourself, right? Hang on, you can name yourself. So does that mean that you have like, because most soccer jerseys, they put their last name on the back, right? Or is that basketball? Anyway, if they put their last names on the back, are we gonna have like a unique last name that they'll refer to us by, or will they just have? Well, there's no voice acting, so what am I thinking of? There never is voice acting in Pokemon games. Well, in these Pokemon games. So, would they have our names in the back and the numbers that we get for our jersey? Also, but like they have the names back there, so would that be like a specific jersey that we'll have? Also, nice gloved hand. That's some attention to details. Just it looks like close combat, actually. It looked more like close combat, not Mach Punch. Of course, they could have changed the way Mach Punch looked. They seem to be doing that for most of the different games. Has ruby, sapphires, and emeralds in it. Good. Yeah, because they totally didn't remake Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald already, and it's PJ's favorite Pokemon game ever now. Fire Rabbit, Water Lizard, and Grass Monkey. They've definitely been doing well with the animation, like the outside of game animations, and real nice, like a 3D cartoon. There's quite a bit of speculation just to go off of all this 7-minute trailer. You mean Let's Go? You mean exactly what Let's Go ended up being? Good comment. Age/region. And people are already talking about Age/ already. I wonder what the fan consensus is for favorite Pokemon. I'm gonna guess that it's going to be based off of these three. I'd assume that most people would actually like the rabbit. They're either gonna like the rabbit or the underdog is gonna be the water. It's always like people love the fire one / grass one, and the underdog is only ever the water / grass one. The fire one's never the underdog. But if I were to just guess what the general consensus of favorite Pokemon will be in the community, it might be Scorbunny, and Sobble might be the underdog. Well, Grookey might be the underdog. Like, it might be the least favorite. Because here's the thing. A lot of people speculated that Popplio would be the least, would be like the least liked Pokemon. And because of that, so many people ended up liking Popplio. Even though a lot of people like Litten and Rowlet, but like Popplio got so much love. I think it's mostly because people assumed that it would be the least liked, so it got a lot more like love, at least from the people that I saw play. Of course, I picked Popular for the start because I loved it. At least I liked it more than what Litten was going to evolve into, and that's what turned me off from playing as Litten. And Rowlet was the second option I would have picked. Well, I said this earlier. I think I'm gonna pick Scorbunny. Of course, I want to see what it evolves into. But just based off of first seeing just the Pokemon and knowing its typing, I'm gonna probably pick Scorbunny. And then I'd pick Sobble and Grookey in that order. Sobble's cute. Sobble's a cute lizard. I'm surprised everyone liked it. I mean, I know Taylor loved Rowlet. But then again, she likes owls a lot, so I expected her to like Rowlet. Yeah. Scorbunny. Well, I think because it's literally supposed to be like Scorch Bunny. And like Grookey's like a grass root monkey. And Sobble is like Wizard Bubble. I know that the last part is Bubble. I don't have no idea what the Saw part is for. Like, it's not really a frog. It doesn't really look like a frog. It does look like some kind of lizard, but I have no idea what. Okay, first of all, obviously Taylor is an owl, but second, Blaine McFloopington? What the fuck? Oh man, I've almost been streaming for an hour on this just 7-minute direct. Also, before the stream started, OBS got an update. It's supposed to make it a lot easier for me to stream games with less strain on said games. Like, it's going to make like the resource limit that it's using is a lot less than it used to be. Now it's around like 10. It's under 10%. Before it was like 20 to 30%. So if I ever stream PC games again, which I probably will, gotta finish V3 at some point, then, you know, I'm gonna do that. It could, I mean, I wouldn't mind groundwater. It's a really terrible type. to, because I can imagine that. Oh, speaking because of this region, I can imagine because it's based in England. I think there's going to be a lot more. I think there's going to be a lot. What if they add a surplus of ice types? What if they add a surplus of ice types to this place? Because I mean, there's a whole giant section of snow, but like, it's generally cold in general. And it seems like the suburbs are like way on the outskirts, and then it gets like the main city, and then it goes into snow-capped area. Well, then here's the giant. This is probably where the Pokemon lives. If not, then that's probably where like a huge important part. Wait, is this like an amusement park, or am I crazy? Because this looks like another sim area. But this is all walled off, so I can only assume this is like a bigger. This is probably like the school. This is probably like you saw those kids in school. This is probably the school, this main area, and this is gonna have its own little thing going on. And then there's a town over to this side. There's a town down here with a lighthouse. There's a town over here. This is probably like the main, like a tourist trap, main attraction, but like the main city or whatever. There's probably probably something legendary related over here. And then there's like a forestal area. Snow caps. There's a lot of mountain range, so I can only assume there's going to be a lot of snow. But there's an island off to the distance over here that you could probably swim to, which, you know, here's another snow town. And then the Pokemon League might just be at the very top. And then look at this metropolis up here. Like, look at that metropolis. That can't be. You can't tell me that there's not going to be some kind of like villain thing happening up right in there. You can't tell me that's not going to happen. Prequels. The prequels to Gen 8. Pokemon Tea. I guess it'd be too obvious if it was tea and crumpets, though. Maybe that was like their first. If that was their first choice, and then they were like, "That's too British." Also, are we going back to single digits again? Are we going back to single digits for the roots? Because that's what it seems like. We're going back to single digits. Why not just make it route 700 and something? Why not just do that? I'm gonna finish listening to what this guy says, and then I'll end the stream. I don't really have much else to say after that.
For the first time in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu game, for the first time. These games will be new entries in the Pokemon series, role-playing games that will get any player fired up and excited. Since these are new entries, naturally, you'll find that they take place in a new region, with never-before-seen Pokemon living there and new adventures you've yet to experience. So let's turn to the director of these games, our own Mr. Omori, to hear more.
I'm Shigeru Omori from Game Freak. I'm working as the director for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. The setting of these games is known as the Galar environments. The people and Pokemon live here, and they've worked together to develop the industries in the region.
So that also looked like branding.
And Pokemon live here.
So I wonder. Oh, that might be a Pokemon research center over there. Left. That might be a research center.
And they've worked together to develop the industries in the region. Here in this region, you'll visit gyms with the newly discovered Pokemon you choose to be your first partner, aiming for the enviable and admirable title of champion. So let's get to know the Pokemon that could be your next partner. As we work on the development of these games, our goal has been to create the greatest Pokémon experience yet. We're challenging ourselves to try new things, while still treasuring what makes Pokémon special. So we hope you'll all be looking forward to the adventures awaiting you in the Galar region.
So there might be new mechanics too. They're probably going to show them off in the coming months.
So, what did you think? Simultaneously, worldwide, in late 2019.
Also, when was the last time they had a worldwide release? Wasn't Sun and Moon the first? Or was X and Y the first? Because I know that's when they started modernizing a bit of what Pokemon is. I don't know about Black and White, but I know they started modernizing it with Sun and with X and Y. But I forget, is this the first one that was is Sun and Moon the first one that was worldwide, or I think that was, yeah, okay, X and Y was the first. Because I know that most of the time it was in Japan before it was out in the States.
In late 2019.
Europe. Which it would be kind of a kick in the pants if this is based off of England and Europe still gets the shaft. That'd be kind of a kick in the ass. Black and White.
And that's not all you'll have to look forward to in 2019.
Was Black and White.
We've got plenty in the works for the Pokemon brand that we
also basically they just confirmed that they're gonna have probably more spin-offs coming out within the next half a year. They might show off one of them at E3. I would take a gander. Maybe they'll do another Pokemon Rumble game, which would be great. It would fit well with the fact that you can play on the go and that you can play with one Joy-Con. Like, you could make a lot of use out of that if they wanted to.
Hope will delight you.
Rumble is so underrated.
Thank you all for tuning in today.
I mean, it's not the greatest of games, but it's like, no one ever knows about Rumble. Oh, hey, it's the mediocre Pokemon game. Oh, speaking of Mystery Dungeon, they haven't... When did Super Mystery Dungeon come out? Didn't that come out in 2016? Hang on. I don't care. I don't care. That's political. When did that come out? 2015. So we're due for another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Within this year or next year, we're due. Because I don't think they're going to do it on the 3DS. They might put it on the Switch. And I remember at least PJ didn't like it. Pooja, I think, was divisive on it. Don't remember what Taylor thought of it. Gates to Infinity, I played the demo and was bored after like the first section. Apparently there was more to the demo than I actually played, but I got bored and just didn't feel like playing more. And I think I made a video of it too, but that was like back when I made really stupid videos. Well, more than usual. Stupid videos. So it'd be interesting to see another Mystery Dungeon game. Because, I mean, they put out Chocobo Mystery Dungeon on the Switch, or they're putting it out, I think, next month. So, seeing a Mystery Dungeon game on here, I would totally see having happened. Maybe they'll put one out, or maybe they'll give an announcement for Mystery Dungeon at E3. Because I can only assume that since they did a direct last week, the next direct that they're going to have is probably going to be at E3. Because, I mean, it's February. A few months from now. Maybe they'll put out a direct mini in like April or May. They'll probably have a Smash Direct in April, actually. Like a mini Smash Direct, or like it'll talk about the announcement that's coming up or whatever that they're doing. It's either going to be a stream or its own video. But I can only imagine it's going to be a stream because it's Smash related, and they said there's going to be a pretty hefty update to the in the summer or in the spring. And because it's spring, I can only imagine that that's actually going to happen near the late April, around when Joker's supposed to release. Either that or it's going to happen next month. They'll have more details on that, I hope. Maybe it's a rework to the online. Who fucking knows? But that's neither here nor there. This is Pokemon. I don't know. I apparently a lot of people like Super Mystery Dungeon, but PJ, who I know is like the resident most Pokemon fan that I know, he didn't like it. Of course, he and I have very similar but different tastes and things, but I usually like to take his word on it whenever it comes to games, whenever it comes to Pokemon specifically. I usually like to take his word with a grain of salt. So, yeah, Sword and Shield. Speaking of Sword and Shield, I'm gonna have to text this to them so that they see it, because I want to know what their reaction is. I want to know what their favorite Pokemon will be. So I'm gonna share this right now. Not this stream specifically, but I'm gonna share the Pokemon directory. Well, I guess with that, they're just in the stream right now. It's been over an hour. So yeah, actually, I didn't expect anybody to be here, but man, you guys are great. Just up at 10 in the morning, watching me talk about Pokemon for an hour. Thanks, random. I still need to... One day I'm gonna actually... Oh! That's new. You can just select each individual thing, like, this is good. Oh my god, OBS is so much better now, but like... Neither here nor there, but like, still. One day I'm gonna just overhaul this entire end screen and do something with it, do something better with it. I'm gonna overhaul it, make it better, get some new GIFs, all that stuff, all that good stuff. So that'll be nice. Man, I wish the new videos every weekday at 1:30 was a lot more consistent than it has been. But that's me for you. Anyways, I guess a quick update on things going on. So I've been doing a lot of editing for the Metopia videos. That's why there haven't been a lot more. That's why there hasn't been a lot of consistency, and I've been trying to get back into getting more hours at work and figuring out what I'm doing with another position, as it were. So I've been recording a bunch of stuff. I have footage for multiple things. I just have to put it out and get most of it off of my computer so I can start working on new projects. Especially one that I want to kind of get done before the end of the year, or at least get started before the end of the year. But it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of resources, and a lot of space. But it's a big project that I've been thinking of for a while, and I want to see how well I can make it work with well, let's just say it's a specific challenge run of a certain favorite game of mine from last year. 2 years ago, actually. Details. So, yeah, there might be a stream tomorrow. For the finale of Bertmern, the Telltale game, Joe. I don't know how quickly I'll get started on the Enemy Within, but that might happen either later this year or into next year. Iconoclasts is definitely on the list of what to do this year in terms of stream series. I might do Dragon Age Origins, depending on what I can figure out. If I can get it happening this year. We'll have to see how things work around with that. I want to see if I can get it working by the end of this year, because it'll get me another chance to start Persona 5 stream series, but that'll be a group stream whenever we can, whenever PJ gets started on the game and gets far enough for me to say, let's do this. So there's a bunch of that stuff going on. In terms of other stream series, I gotta finish Rabbids DLC, because I've been putting that off for a while. I want to finish that. I might go back and finish the free time events in Danganronpa 2 and V3, because we never actually did do the free time events for V3. We never actually completed those, and I wanted to complete at least, I think I wanted to talk to Gonta more and wanted to talk to you more. No, Tenko, that's the one. I wanted to talk to Tenko more, but again, that's neither here nor there. You haven't beaten the main story yet? Dude, it's a good game. You should beat it. Joe and I are doing the DLC. Well, started the DLC, and might end up actually going back to it now that I have a new computer and he can actually see the game happening at real time instead of super laggy. But I want to finish Batman first, because that's short, easy to do. Maybe after we finish Batman, maybe we could do some more of the Rabbids DLC, because it'll just be there. In any case, I might go back to just streaming Overwatch, not on the regular. Obviously, there's not enough game for me to do it on the regular, but I've been playing it a bit more with some friends recently, and if ever the anniversary comes upon, I might stream that, because Rob, or not even anniversary, just the archives, because I know Rob only ever really cares about the story ones in there. I'll probably be streaming it with him there. And what else? There's a few games that I've been thinking of doing. I want to stream Smash more. I've been playing it a lot. I think I've already clocked over 160 hours in the game. I want to stream Smash. I already beat World of Light. I could stream World of Light as like a casual thing. I don't know if I want to, but I could if I wanted to. There's also a lot of World of Light to go through. So we'll see how it goes. But I do want to go back to streaming Smash. Maybe when the next update comes out, maybe I'll actually have a chance to stream Smash. Also, Rob has Smash now and a Switch. So now that's me, PJ, Pooja, and Rob all have Switches in Smash Bros. So if ever we get together to play Smash together, then you know why. It was a birthday gift that we all gave him. Pooja and I pitched together, split the money on a Switch for him. I got him way too many accessories for him to deal with. like a Pro Controller and some extra cords and skins and an SD card. PJ got him Smash, and Pooja also got him a case. So he was very happy. He was very happy with his present. And it made me happy seeing him happy for once. So he has a Switch. So Fire Emblem Three Houses. Good lord. And Warriors. Oof. And Warriors. And Fire Emblem Warriors. Ooh, he's gonna, and Xenoblade. And he can, ooh. When he actually has money, he can actually get these games and play them. But again, that's beside the point. So yeah, no, those are most of the stream series that I want to do. I want to see if I can try to record every other Splatfest that happens that I'm interested in, as well as the last Splatfest, because I think that's happening this year. I believe they said that Splatfest is ending this year. I don't know when this year. I would assume either July, or if not July, then December. Or November, December, around then. I think they said they're going to stop Splatfests after that. The other thing is, I kind of want to stream Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, I want to stream. I've beaten both of those games on my own. In fact, I played Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Splatoon 2 were the 3 games that I was constantly balancing between when I was at college. Which wasn't the greatest, but I want to play them again. I want to play Mario Odyssey and I want to play Breath of the Wild again. So that might happen. That very well might happen. That isn't very fresh of them. I mean, they said that. I mean, they stopped Splatfests on the first game, coincidentally, right around the time that the Switch was going to come out. So they at least had a plan there. I have no idea what they're doing, what they're having a plan for now, because there's no way they're going to have a Splatoon 3 anytime soon. At least I hope to God they don't. They might have a Splatoon spin-off. I can see that happening. Because, I mean, the game came out in 2016, right? 2017. No. 16, right? No. 2017. Okay, I'm fooling myself. So, Splatoon 2. It's weird to think that it's been close to 2 years since I first got obsessed with those games. What, Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey? Yeah, it is kind of insane. PJ still hasn't played them yet. I want him to play them, but I've been thinking of streaming them recently. It just like I had the urge to want to stream them, so that might be on the list of if I run out of stuff to do, then I'll do that. Also, I still need to finish streaming Super Sluggers. And we're like near the end of the game too, so like that won't be that long of a stream left. So I might have to boot up the Wii U again for that. Also, Super Mario RPG is the thing I've been wanting to stream recently. I don't know why, but I also had the urge to streaming Mario RPG, and I haven't played that game in years. So it'll just be a flash of nostalgia for that. Also, Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker HD. And hopefully, if Twilight Princess HD doesn't get a re-release on the Switch, then I might have to shell out money to get that on the Wii U. Especially for the amiibo, because my god, I want that Wolf Lake amiibo. Midna. Oh god, that'd be great. For Mario? I'm debating on doing a Let's Play of the original Paper Mario with Pooja. because I never actually did play the original Paper Mario. I started with Thousand Year Door, then played Super Paper Mario, and then that's it. I've been debating playing the original, just so that I could say that I played the original. I don't know. So yeah, that's basically the end of that. This Friday will be a group stream on Rob's channel for Fable 3. All of us will be there. I'll probably be there for like an hour, as usual, because of work. Saturday may not have anything because we'll just be hanging out. Then Sunday, PJ is going to be, I think, finishing Dragon Age if he hasn't already. I think he said it'd be the finale. I don't remember. Then he's gonna get back to Fallout because man, he has a good setup now. Rob's gonna be streaming on Monday as he normally does with Final Fantasy 13-2 Lightning Returns Turbo Edition DXL. Susie might be getting back to streaming too. I don't know if she'll be streaming on Monday again, but if not, then she'll probably be streaming on Thursday. More Kingdom Hearts, which I was going to talk to her about me also playing and she joining me for that. I want to get through Kingdom Hearts as well. That was also on the platter for stream stuff. I was gonna have Rob and Deanna be a part of that, but Dee's been busy as of late, so I don't know if she would have availability for that. Also, I have the 1.5 and 2.5 HD remix collection, which is like 6 games, and all of them are like over 40 hours long. So like, it's gonna be a while before I beat that. So the only way to really get mileage out of that is to be playing that alongside something else. Also, a stream series that I'm gonna do as soon as it comes out is Catherine Full Body. It came out last Valentine's Day in Japan, and it's not coming out for another 7 months in the Americas. September 3rd, I want to say, is the release date. So that's happening as soon as it comes out. Maybe I'll have a special guest for that. I don't know, but I'm doing a series of that immediately, and I have no idea what ending I'm going to go for. I might go for Rin. Depends. But I am playing that. I've been so into Catherine lately. Just the game, just the puzzles. I replayed hard mode. I got a PS Now subscription literally just to play Catherine, and I rebeat hard mode, and I rebeat all of the Babel missions, and I almost rebeat all of the Rapunzel missions. And I played Obelisk so many times, and then I got Catherine on PC, Catherine Classic as it's called. It doesn't run the best on my computer, or like it doesn't run the best, but it's $20. I figured it's support the idea of having Catherine on multiple platforms. Plus, in any case that I ever get a better computer, then I could play Catherine on my PC. But details. So yeah, that's happening. Link's Awakening might happen as a stream series too. Depends on how I'm feeling of it. But yeah, then we go back to this next Sunday or Wednesday. I don't know if I'm streaming later today, but I do know that I'm going to be probably catching up. I have no idea what I want to stream. Because I don't really feel, because I have to be in the mood as well to really get the most out of my streaming. So I might just look to what I haven't finished yet I'll just do that. Like, I might go back to read the stuff from Ultra Despair Girls, because I've also been a little bit of a Danganronpa kick. Joe and I might do the actual reading of Danganronpa 0, which I think is in 2. We might actually do that whole reading thing, just to know about the lore, or maybe we might do that as a video, I don't know. Plus I have a Super Nintendo Mini, so all of those games are options too, like if I wanted to play Mega Man X. Spam messages. Anyway, so that's it for me. I've been talking for too long. So yeah, the videos coming out been a little bit lacking. I know. Trying to get back into that. They'll be out when they're out, as it is now. I'll try to be sticking to the schedule as best as I can, but if nothing comes out that day, then I'm editing or I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Most likely the latter. So, thank you guys for watching this stream. This hour and almost hour and a half long stream. And we'll see you guys next time for another video or stream. Take care, have a lovely day, and good day, Governor. I'll see you later.